If a guy with the last name Exotica offers you 3 Velociraptor babies for $1,200, don't take the deal. They don't stay babies for very long. And they're always hungry. Oh no. That's not a joke. I'm telling you guys, Velociraptors, pain in the backside as a pet. Always hungry, always chewing on you. I can't tell you how many boots I've gone through, and this thing just doesn't do anything. Turn into a bigger dinosaur, they just look at you like, what? Horrible pets. Alright, that's enough of that bit. Hey, what's up, guys? I am Ben2000YGO. I am your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh! Superhero. And you guys are probably like, Ben, where have you been? You've been gone for like forever. I've been using the weekends to try to build like deck profiles for you guys. And then I was going to upload yesterday on Tuesday, but as recording this video. But I decided that it would be better for me to participate in Blackout Tuesday, so let my fellow creators have that day, and I just decided to take that day off and let my voice be quiet so others could be louder. So that was where that's what I was doing, because I live in the States, and we're experiencing a nightmarish situation right now that I wish this thing could be useful for, but it only applies to Yu-Gi-Oh! Damn it! Why are all my powers stuck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Realm? I don't know. Anyway, today's video is going to be my personal dinosaur deck. That's right, guys. We're gonna be going into this today. You guys are getting a live deck profile, but before we get into that, I gotta warn you guys, this video is gonna be a little bit on the long side. I'm just gonna let you guys know, because I have a lot of replays. A lot. There's gonna be a good chunk, and the reason why is because they're up against a ton of different kinds of decks. Some of them are meta, some of them are not so meta, and I just wanted to see you guys see this thing in action against a a good multitude of different kinds of decks. And so we're gonna take a look into that. But before we get into that, I want to remind you guys, make sure you check out all my other social medias. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those are usually either linked below or in the end card, so you guys can know where you find me. The other thing that I want to let you guys know is I have merch for sale, so you guys can support the channel. If you go to my Teespring, I have a Spank Me Harder Konami t-shirt, which is hilarious, and that is a joke that's kind of dedicated at dinosaur players. And I also have a I'm Konami t-shirt for you guys out there who want to maybe get with a buddy or a partner and make jokes with your t-shirts. Enjoy. So I'm gonna show you guys some replay footage, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about the deck profile, and we're gonna go in depth with it. So without further ado, guys, let's go check out that replay footage. enjoyed that footage. So that was just all the various games I played. Some of them were obviously meta, some of them were not, or some of them were like borderline meta. And I figured, borderline's close enough. I'm not going to be going over the sideboard because that's kind of always in flux based on what the meta is or whatever I think I'll be coming up against in the local scene, which I don't have a locals right now, so well, thank you, Crush Card Virus, for that. Could 2020 get any better? I'm just having a ball. Is everybody else having a ball? Alright, so let's go over to the deck. Alright guys, let's just go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're gonna want is triple Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Yes, I realize that sometimes this can be a brick, but this guy is kind of your win condition. You get this guy out, he's a quick effect. Obviously he gets to attack all the opponent's monsters. So oftentimes he can be just a blowout all on his own. And so yeah, Big Daddy Boss Monster. Now we have the True King side of things. So we got 3 Vanishers because we play a lot of fire monsters. And the 1 Litho. This needs to be at a higher number. That's all I'm saying. At least at 2. Just give me 2, Konami. Come on, just give me 2. Our 1 Kaiju. Searchable. Helps in a pinch. Also is a fire monster for Vanisher. Overtext Quasilus, because I don't have the new dinosaur that came out. I don't have that one yet, so... And I'm not willing to spend 30 bucks to get it, so... Until it gets cheaper, or until I have a better financial situation, I'm not going to get it. Bye, guys, if you want me to be able to get the new dinosaur and upgrade this deck, buy my t-shirt! Pancratops. Yeah, I wish this was at a higher number, but there you go. The 1 Giant Rex. Triple Miscellaneousaurus. Triple Oviraptor. These are all key cards. Triple Ash Blossom. Now, this wasn't in the initial build of this deck. I was playing Called by the Grave, but I've realized that Ash Blossom, because it's a going second deck, Ash Blossom was just kind of better. And it's also a fire for Vanisher, which is very important. Double Pedetreon and double Baby Cerosaurus. I know they're trying to interchangeable. I prefer 2 and 2, just because I like even numbers. Alright, now this is the part of the deck that's going to get a little bit on the weird side. 1 Dino Wrestler Quasilat. Believe it or not, this card does serve a purpose. For one, it's kind of a Cyber Dragon, so you get to play it if you don't have any monsters on your side of the field for free. We also have Synchro Plays in the extra deck for this card, because it is a tuner. No, it is not for Needle Fiber, in case you were wondering. No, I'm not using that. This card is mostly just used for Synchro Plays. And yeah, one of the weaknesses of the Dinosaur deck is it needs to get more than 1 dinosaur in the grave to get our win condition going. So you need to do that, and that's where this card comes into play. It's helping fill the graveyard with dinosaurs. One of the weaknesses I came across was Called by the Grave was kind of a weakness of my deck. So this card is kind of part of his purpose is to cull that weakness a little bit. Jirakeolo, pretty useless, but it's my level 1 dinosaur. Its purpose is obviously for Synchro Plays and Miscellaneousaurus combos to also help fill the graveyard with dinosaurs. Now for the spells, Cosmic Cyclone. I obviously cannot afford Lightning Storm, so this is the better card in my opinion. It kind of is intended for things like Mystic Mine. It also is good against the Eldritch a little bit because this is going to get rid of some of their back row where they're not going to be able to get pluses during the end phase, that kind of thing. So it's very useful there. Set rotation. Think of this card as kind of like a second terraforming. Its goal is really also to lock out the field zone, which is useful against decks like ABC, Sky Striker, and Zombies, which Eldritch also has a version of it with Zombies, so this kind of can, if you draw it, it's kind of a leg up because it locks them out of Zombie World. Fossil Dig, reinforcements of the army, basically. Terraforming, obviously, so we can get to our field spell. Foolish Burial, it's a combo with Miscellaneous, Giant Rex, and Quasilets. And Double Evolution Pill, our searchable card off of Quasilus, also is just funny. Fun fact, If you draw this before, you you can actually use it to get Quasilus, because then you have a spell and trap negation, which I find kind of cool. Another weird one, Dino Wrestler, World Dino Wrestling. Alright, so this is the combo with set rotation. Basically, you give your opponent one. And the other combo about this card is if you open it with the next card I'm going to shoot with the next one, Lost World. It's, by the way, there you go, there's your spoiler. Lost World's the last 3 cards of the deck. So if you happen to, one of the fun things that you can do is if you open one of each in the field spells, you just play the Wrestling, then you play the new field spell. Wrestling goes in the graveyard, and then you get to banish it and go get Pancratops or Quasilet, whatever you need. So that's kind of the fun part there with that combo. Your goal is to go second. If you're going first and you do that combo, realize you're not going to be using it right away. It's just to set up a play for the next turn. It's also called by the Grave Proof, which is also, like I said, called by the Grave is considered a card that kind of the deck kind of loses to, which I think is bullshit. But you know, hey, yeah, your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh superhero is allowed to have his own opinions about what cards need to stay and go. In my opinion, dinosaurs need a boost. They don't need to. They don't need. Which, by the way, the Bubble Dinosaur, I can't ever remember its English name. I just call it the Bubble Dinosaur. The reason why I don't really like that card is because, one, it's too pricey, and you know, that's one of the things that I don't like about it. Personally, I prefer this deck to stay as a budget deck, but I'm neither here nor there. We're as budget as it can be. The next thing we have is the extra deck. So first things first, you gotta have Trishula. So the cool thing about Trishula, obviously, is it's a level 9, which is going to combo with another card here in the extra deck. We can obviously make it with ALO plus 2 Dinosaurs. So there you go. And this is the part where Quasilis comes into play. We have Goyo Guardian. This requires an Earth Tuner to be summoned. Quasilis is an Earth Tuner. And then it doesn't care about the other one. So we got just any level 4. Boom, done. Make this. And then our opponent, they'll, you know, they're gonna be, a lot of my opponents tend to focus on the Goyo Guardian, completely ignoring the fact that I just put a probably a negated Oviraptor or a Miscellaneousaurus in the graveyard was a Quasilet, because at that point they're looking at this, so that's kind of useful. This next card is also kind of funny. If you get Giant Rex and you get Quasilet, there you go, and make this over this, depending on your matchup. If you're up against Eldritch, for sure make this, because negating their trap cards is funny. Chambara, this is another OTK enabler, so, and also it's another way to fill the graveyard with dinosaurs. If all you can do is go Oviraptor, Miscellaneousaurus, go get Ayalo. There you go, Ultimate Gunner Tyranno. There you go. At least you're setting up a negation, or a disruption, not a negation. The next one we have is Rail Cannon Gustav. We're playing this card because we're playing triple the Rex. So the idea, or the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, excuse me, because this card basically is like, oh yeah, I flipped it and the last 2,000 damage. That's a lot of damage. So there you go. Calamities, unfortunately, it's a necessary evil right now, which I'm sure Konami will probably take this away. But in my opinion, like, if they're gonna mess with my dinosaur deck, at least do me a solid. If you're gonna take my calamities, give me back a Lithos. Then we have this card, which is Ragna Zero. This combos with our Lost World. So the point of this card is to basically, you know, like I said, it combos with Lost World. So everything loses 500 points. It's on a dinosaur. So basically, this card pops out. We blow it up. We draw a card, and it's in either player's turn. So it's keep killing monsters basically. The twins, Lagia and Dolka, you kind of need these guys. They are our negation. Need them. They are a must in every dino deck. Lagia for spells and traps and summons. Dolka is a double negator. A lot of people forget that this card isn't once per turn. It's not even once per chain. It's basically like, oh yeah, I can just negate. Tornado Dragon. Blows up back row, that's very important. Exciton Knight. I rarely ever use this card, but it has come up before. For you guys out there, if you want to cut a card from this deck, this is for sure a card you can cut. I just feel I need to use it. Abyss Dweller, it's another card that's kind of a necessary evil right now, because we have a lot of graveyard support.
and it can get a little gnarly out there. So then we have Duguris the Timeless. This is another card that is an OTK enabler, and in a pinch he's a draw card, so that's kind of useful there in that way. So that he could fill up the graveyard with dinosaurs. He also can bring a monster back in defense mode. I don't think I've ever used it, but you could use it that way if you needed to. Now I go for the links. There's only two. First off, we have Nightmare Phoenix. It's just another back row hate card because we need as much of back row hate as we can get, and sometimes the levels are just kind of wonky. So you never know when you might have like, you know, just something like, I don't know, a Miscellaneousaurus and a Pedestrian or something, and you need to fill the rear with dinosaurs, and so that's kind of the idea there. We can just go, okay, Miscellaneous, Kadialo, Pedestrian, make this pop something, you know. There, look, there we go. And then Pentastag, another OTK enabler to combo with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So basically, you just, you know, do that, and then now he's doing piercing damage, which is obviously gonna, most of the time is gonna be more damage than using his effect. So there you go, guys. This is my personal dinosaur deck based on the cards that I own in my collection that I've collected over the years. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, most of these cards I've collected when they were probably at the lowest value they could be. I'll be honest about that. Because I'm a cheap person, because I don't have a lot of money, believe it or not. So we're gonna go over one, just kind of let you guys do another once over. If you guys, if this video can get like 20 likes, I'll you know, I don't know, maybe I'll do a combo tutorial, kind of show you kind of how this deck kind of works. I think I kind of went over it, like all the interactions, but if you guys want something a little more in, you know, you just want to see some of the crazy interactions that you can come up with, I mean, I don't mind doing a combo tutorial. I speak English, I swear. There you go, guys. This has been my dinosaur deck. If you like my deck, you know, thumbs up. If you want to see this deck improve, buy a t-shirt, Teespring. It's in the links. Go to my Teespring, buy yourself a Spank Me Harder Konami t-shirt, and I will, you know, and if you support the channel, I can buy newer cards and build an even better dinosaur deck. So go do that. Anyway, guys, I'm Ben2000YGO. If you make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and you know, give me your opinions on anything that you want to see in the future in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.